Okay. So we have seen everything. Now we need to see the important part of it. Okay. So we are going to see the programming part of our line following robot. Okay. So I have told you in the last class how to have this header file. Okay. So I hope that everyone install this header file and we are ready to do code. Yeah, it is not compulsory after registration, but registration is compulsory. Okay. So everyone install this header file, include afmotor.h. In the last class, what we have seen that how to yes, okay. So if everyone has seen this header file system, okay, so then we are ready to go. Okay. So we need to include this header file, and the way to include this header file I have told you in the last class. Okay, I'm not going to repeat it again because it will take today's time also. Okay. So what we are going to do is right now is we are going to use this robot and we are going to upload each and every code with it. Okay. Now I will show you step by step how it's still with. Okay. So register today itself, I think there is not decided timeline, but our competition is going to start soon. So as long as you register, it's very helpful. Registration is free. Why are you taking time to get registration? You just need to write some information of yours. Nothing else is taken by from you. Okay, register fast. Okay. So we have this header file. Okay, and from this header file, first I will tell you about what is an IR sensor. If someone is asking what is an IR sensor is. So IR sensor stands for infrared sensor. Okay. Yes, there is someone who has something to say. Please raise your hand again. Yes.
Sir, what
Yes.
I have to install?
This header file. Okay. So this is afmotor.h. You are not present in last class.
No, sir.
Okay. So you can ask your friend how to do that. Okay.
Sir,
Okay. The thing and I will tell you in the end. Okay. Just stick to the present thing, and I will tell you in the end if you get time. Don't worry. Okay.
okay, sir.
Hello.
Okay, sir.
Mute yourself. Which app? I don't get it. Not app, header file. We have this header file. Okay, the header file is a library. Okay, so we all have the libraries. Okay, so if you want an extra book, we will get from the library. In the same way, an Arduino wants something which is not present inside the Arduino, it will take a library. In the same way, we are adding a motor driver to it. Okay, so let me show you what is a motor driver looks like. Okay, so this is a motor driver. Okay, so this motor driver is stick on to the Arduino. Okay, so this is what a motor driver looks like. If I just able to see, this is the Arduino, this is a motor driver, and we plug that motor driver on it. Okay, so it's motor shield, or some people call it motor driver, and this motor driver is run with the help of this header file. Okay, give me a second, please. I think I have sent a link for the header file. Sir, what material? You will get the whole kit. Okay, so the whatever material present inside that kit, you will get complete material. Don't worry about it. Okay? You just need to take part. Okay, so first you need to take registration, and then you need to take part. Everything is not your headache. Okay, everything will be provided, and you will get a whole delivery for your kit. Okay, you don't need to go anywhere. Okay. So for running of this, what we call motor driver, we need this AF motor doorbells. Okay. After that, we are making in this. Let me make a changes. I, I'm using two motors. Okay, so this motor driver. One second, I can just show you. Okay, I'll just stop sharing. Okay, so okay, if you are able to see that, okay, this motor driver consists of four motor. Okay, so four motor divisions. You can control four motor with the help of this motor driver, and each motor required two wires. Okay, so each motor required two wires. There are totally four ports here. Okay, so for each port, so if you can see that there are each port, each section in this motor driver controls a motor. Okay, and there are total four sections. So we need to define which sections we are using. Okay, so in this code, what I am doing is, let's start sharing this. Okay, so what I am doing in this program, I am using the section 3 and section 2. Section 3 is controlling the third motor, and section 2 is controlling the second motor. Okay, you can have 1 and 4 also, or 1 and 3 also, or 1 and 2 also, but I am using 2 and 3 because it is applicable for my wires. Okay, so my section 2 is somewhere here. Okay, so my section 2 is somewhere here, and it is close to my first motor, and my section 3 is somewhere here. Okay, this side, and it is close to my other motor wire. Okay, so according to the closeness, I have chosen the 3 and 4. Okay, after that, when we have chosen the 3 and 4, it means that this motor 3 and motor 2, this is an object. Okay, so you have seen the variables. Okay, so variables have can store the values and all the things. An object can store value as well as can store functions also. So suppose this is a function void loop. Okay, this is a void setup. This is a function. It can perform whole task, and a variable can hold up. You can understand something like this. Uh, Okay, so variable is like uh, a vessel. Okay, it's a small vessel in which you can have only hold a liter of water. Okay, but when it comes to the object, you can hold up to you can hold different things into it. Okay, you can hold, there are sections in it, so you can hold water also. You can hold milk also. You can hold another thing also. It is like a tiffin. Okay, so better example is to have a tiffin lunch box. Okay, so if you see the big lunch box, it has many sections. In that section, you can have that uh, what we call that chapatis also. Okay, you can have fruits also. You can have this is also okay. So all things have come under that lunch box. Okay, and this lunch box is what is called an object. Okay, so this is an object of motor 3. Okay, so you can control the motor with the help of this object. Okay, you can control the speed of the motor with this object. You can control the direction of the motor with this object. So first we need to create this object. Okay, so for eating lunch, for doing things with the lunch box, you need to make first lunch box. So we have made this lunch box. Got it? Okay, so these two lines means that we are using motor 3 and motor 2, and we are using with the help of these two names. Got it? Any doubt in first two lines? Hello. Okay, and this means that we are using this header file. No, sir. Okay, everyone is clear. Okay, very good. Okay. So now we next have the values 1 and values 2. Okay. So this value 1 and the value 2 are the variables. Okay, these are the small containers which can you can understand these are like the sauces and the offers types of things which will help you to take your variable. Okay, so it will help you to hold your data. Okay, so these two names are used to hold the values of your motors, and these two names, value one and the value one, are used in the program to handle the data. What type of data we will get? We will get a data that we are following line or we are moving away from the line. If we are getting away from the line, then we need to get back on the track. Okay. So let me explain you the how we are going to do this. Okay. So suppose you have seen what we call that path. Okay. So we have this path and we have these two lights in front of it. This is called IR sensor. This is not IIR, not AIR. Got it? Not AIR. Someone asking me what is AIR. There is no AIR. It is IR. Infrared sensor. Okay. Right here IR. So this is IR sensor. Okay. What it will tell us? It will tell that we are on white light or we are on black light. What it will tell? It will tell whether we are on white, we are on black line or we are on white surface. As you see, you can see this. Look at my camera. Okay, so I'm explaining here. Okay, so you can see that there are two things which this sensor can see. Okay, first thing is that the black line, and the second thing is the white surface. Okay, if it is on white surface, it means it needs to move further, move like this. Okay, so it doesn't move. But when there is a turn, okay, so what happened? One of its sensor come onto the black line, and the sensor sense that there is a black line, and we need to move according to the back line. Okay, and then it move according to the backline, and continues to follow the map. Okay, so it works like this. Okay, so but to hold the values of those sensors, okay, to hold the values of those sensors, we use these two variables, value one and value two. Got it? Everyone is clear with the variables and the motors? Anyone has doubt? You can say it right now. Hello. Is my voice is that much low? Understood. Okay. Very good. Okay. So yeah. One second. One second. Yes. Okay. Raise your hand once again. Here is. Okay. No problem. Let's continue to explain our code. Okay. So if you have done, you can ask in the chat box. Okay. So we have done with our vessels. Okay. We have taken the mood. We can control motor by this, and we can control what we call a sensor by it. Okay. So what we are going to do in void setup, we are setting up our everything. What we are doing is we are setting up. Setting up means that if you are going to a trip, okay, if you are going to your relatives' homes, what you will do? You will set up everything. You will set up your bag. You will put everything inside. That in the same way, this void setup loop work. What will you tell to the Tony? Okay. So when you're going to travel, what you need to do, you need to tell the bag that put these things. Okay, you can need to tell your brother, sister that put this thing inside this bag and put that thing inside another bag. In the same way, we are going to tell to Arduino that A5 and A4. Okay, so A5 and the A4 are the pins which is present on Arduino. Okay, so these are two pins which is present on the Arduino. So I just have a Tinkercad circuit and show you. Okay. Okay. So do with it. Okay, so just go empty. Okay, so I just tinker the circuit. Okay. Okay, so we have C A5 and A4. Okay, so these are two pins, and we are defining these two pins. Got it? So what we are doing is, suppose it's an IR sensor. This is an LED, but we are supposing it is an IR sensor. Okay, so this is an IR sensor. This is another IR sensor. These are not IR sensor. Remember that. Okay, these are only an example which I am showing you. Okay, for example, that these are IR sensor. IR sensor is not present in the Tinkercad circuit. That's why I'm not able to show you on the Tinkercad. Okay, so we have this wire and we will connect it. A5 will be connected to the positive end of it. Okay, and A4 is connected to another end. Okay, so our LED has two terminals, but our LED has two terminals, but our what we call that, our IR sensor has three terminals. Okay, the first two are for the ground and power, and the third one is to take output. Okay, in the same way, we'll connect to IR1 and we'll connect to IR2. If I just use the notation, that is very bad. Okay, so what happened, right? There is IR sensor. Don't think IR sensor is there. No, this is PIR. IR sensor is a digital. One second. It is present in the, might be present in the, let me see. If it's present, then it is very, okay, so we don't have, okay, so we have push button, potentiometer, side wave, photodiode, force. So we have this IR sensor. Okay, so this is, okay, let's see if it's, where you want to use it. Okay, we'll program the IR sensor. If it is the same IR sensor we're talking about. Okay. Let me delete everything else. Okay, okay, and okay, so this is an IR sensor. Okay, so I think, okay, okay. So we have this power, this ground, and this out. What? How will we connect this? Power is connected with, say everyone, power is connected with 5 volt. Okay, so this sensor works on 5 volt. Okay, I think they have. Okay, so our in reality it doesn't look like this. Okay, so we have two sensors. Okay, one is light emitting sensor, one is light sensing sensor. Okay, so the real IR, if you will to see my okay, so we have only two sensors. Okay, so you can see that this is one and this is another. Okay, you have seen this on your TV. Okay, so this one is on a remote and this one is on your TV. Okay, so we require two sensors for the IR sensor. Okay, so they are one. I think if it works, then it is very good. Okay, let's try that works or not. Okay, and we have a ground. Okay, so I'm connecting the ground. Okay, so you will see that according to the pin, it's saying that ground or not. So we're connected. Okay, let me change its color and it will change it black, and I will change this with red. Okay, and what I will do is I will connect A5 with it. Okay, so this is my, okay, so make it orange. Okay, so signaling is in the color code, orange is also known for signal. Okay, so these are the power it will run on it, and this pin will be provided us as an output. Got it? Okay, so let me program this. Okay, so how can we program this? Okay, so first above. Okay, so we need a value to hold these the data coming from the sensor. So I say int value 1. Okay. So this value 1 is will hold the data which is coming from this sensor. Okay, so it is a digital sensor, so it can only sense digital things. Okay, so after that, when we have initialize our variable, so that can store the data of this IR sensor. Now what we will do, we will set up our pin. Okay, so we'll say pin mode. Okay, so this tells us which pin we are using. Okay, so we are using A5 pin. So we say A5. Okay, and then how we are using it? We are using it as input. Okay, so our Arduino is taking it as an input. Okay, so we have using this A5 as taking as an input. Okay, then we have begin the serial monitor. Okay, after that, when we have begin the serial monitor from here. Okay, if I just remove this two lines, okay, it's not needed right now. Okay, and this is not needed right now. Now, what we need to do, we need to print. Okay, we need to print in the place of this name. In the place of this name. Okay. I will not place the name. I will place the place what data we are getting. Okay. We are getting data from this. Okay, so we say value one, value one. Okay, and value one will store the data that is coming from uh, pin A5. Okay, so we'll say digital, digital. Okay, then we have read. Okay, then from where we are reading. Okay, so my question is from where we are reading. Come on, guys, tell me. Comment fast. Hello. Okay, we are reading from which pin? Come on, you guys. Okay, so we are reading from A5. What we need to write? We need to write in the bracket A5. So what we are doing is we are reading from A5. So I will write A5. 5 and then we have the call. Okay. So so we are digitally reading the value and now we need to print this value. Value 1. Okay, and we are going to print. So if we start simulation, if there is no error, okay, so see, so we are getting 111. Okay, so I just make it small, bit small. Okay. How to use it? So we're getting 1 1. That's why I think it's not working. Okay, so we are getting 1 1. It is sensing something, but how it's sensing, we don't aware of it. So this is showing 1 1 1 1 1 1. Okay, so this is the way you can see in the Tinkercad. Okay, it is not possible to have the digital circuit. Okay, I will see a method if it is possible to make from a digital circuit also, but I can show you on the real time. Okay. So I can show you on with the help of my Bluetooth. Okay, so if you are able to see the connection, I'm using this cable. This is an audio cable. Okay, and I'm plugging it. I'm plugging it inside my board. Okay, this is my board, and I'm plugging it inside it. And we are going to see that how our sensor is taking value in the real time. Okay, so see, this is my value. Two lights are on, and we will see the reading from it. We will take the reading from it. Okay. So let's stop this. Okay, so stop the different thing. Okay, so let's see. Let's go back to our program. Okay, if I just select the tool, okay, so you want to know how to select the tool. So we have this AVR board, and I have a form code 4 and to select it, and I need to upload it. Okay, I'm uploading my program. Okay, so it's uploaded. Okay, so it's uploading. Everything goes right. It doesn't show me any error. Okay, sorry. I need to make it do it more changes. Upload it right now. Yeah, changes that right. If this green line completed, then it means our code is uploaded. Okay, it's uploading. It is communicating with our code. It's communicating with our Arduino. Okay, and when it's communicating with our Arduino, this is our serial monitor. Okay, so it's uploading. It's showing that I'm uploading the code, Wait till that uploading done. It means we have uploaded the code. Okay. So it is okay. It's showing me 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Okay. So you can see my bot. It is on black line. When it sees the black line, it will show 1 1 1 1. Okay. So when I put it on the white line, what is showing me? 0 0 0 0. When I put it back onto the upline, what is showing me? 1 1 1 1. Okay. When I put one sensor on black and another sensor on white, it will showing me 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. Okay. When I put both the sensor on the white, it is showing me 0 0. Okay. So when it sees a black surface, it will produce 1, and when it sees a white surface, it will produce 0. Everyone is clear with it? Hello? Is everyone clear with it? Okay. Okay, so let's move further ahead. Okay, so I will see a 0 for white, 1 for black. Very good. You got the concept. Okay. So with the help of this concept, we are going to make our robot. Okay. Okay. So what we will get? We will get 0 for white and 1 for black. Okay. So suppose it's a line. So I just use the black color. Okay. So suppose it's a black line. No, suppose it is a black line. Not that great. Okay. This is a complete black line. Okay. And you have a robot here. Okay. So this is our robot is okay. So when it have a turn, okay, so we are moving this way. Okay. Okay. So when the our robot comes, it will come at this point. Okay. So I will show you in the camera on. Okay. So why to waste my time? So stop sharing me. Okay. So it is everyone can see my robot. Okay. So see when we have a turn. Okay. So suppose this is a turn. Okay. So, okay. So what you are seeing right now, that two lines are. Okay. So this is our point where the both of the lights are high. It means that they are getting 0 0. Okay. So when it is a turn, okay. So see the when the turn comes, okay. So this sensor will be 1 and this sensor will be 0. Okay. So when this sensor is 1, this sensor is 0. It means we will create a logic that move left. Okay. And if we are going in the opposite direction, suppose we are going in the opposite direction. Okay. So suppose this is an opposite direction, and then we are moving right side. Okay. So this sensor will be this sensor. We are moving something like this, and this sensor will be 1, and this sensor will be 0. Okay. So in this way, we can what we can do is we can able to uh, uh, make understand our robot that we are going left or we are going right or we are going. Okay. So with the help of 0 and 1, what we are going to make, we are going to make a system. Okay, so we are going to make a system which can tell that in which direction our robot should be moved according to that 0 1. Okay, according to that line. Everyone got the concept? Hello? Yeah. Tell me, everyone got the concept for the line follower? Yes. Okay. So with the help of 0 and 1, we are not properly understood. Okay. So okay, let me explain once more. So okay, suppose it's a straight line. Okay. So what the straight line makes. Okay. And there is a turn. Okay. So there is a turn. Okay. So our robot is somewhere here. Okay. So this is our robot wheel here and another wheel here. Okay. So when it comes to this movement, okay, this sensor is sensing 0 because there is a white light. But when the robot comes here, this wheel is something like this. Okay. So our wheels are something like this. Okay. So it is moving ahead. Okay. It will go ahead until there is a turn. When the turn is there, our wheels, our robot, this sensor, okay, this sensor will be on black, this sensor will be on white. Okay. We are till now what we are getting is we are getting 0 for the sensor 1 and the 0 for the sensor 2. So it's moving ahead. Let me make a table for it, table for you all of you guys. Okay. Okay, so suppose this is our sensor one. Okay, one, I have written one, and this is our sensor two. Okay, so when our robot is here, okay, so our robot is somewhere. Okay, suppose these are two wheels of a robot, and this is the first wheel of the robot. We have three-wheel robot, and, okay, and we have a sensor one here. Here is a sensor, and here is a sensor. What is sensor having in the condition first? In the condition first. Okay, so it is white light. It is white light. It is white surface. It is white surface. So we'll get a 0 and a 0. 0 0 means 0 0 means run straight. Run. I'm just writing S. Okay, so it is run straight. Okay. Then the second condition comes when there is a turn. Okay. On this turn, our first second condition, our first sensor will have a reading one because it is on black line. Okay. And the second sensor will have a reading 0. It means we need to move left. Okay, our robot need to move left. Okay, third condition. Okay, third condition is suppose our robot is coming from here and it is moving like this. Okay, so in this case, our second this is the second. Okay, this is the second sensor. This is the first sensor. Okay, so what are happening is second is 0 and the first one is because it is longer. From here, the first sensor is at 0. The first sensor it has 0 and second sensor it is on black line. When it is on black line, it will show 1. So we have what we have? We have a 0 and we have a 1. What it means, we need to move right. Okay, we'll move right. Okay. And suppose there is an end here. When the path ended here, okay, so both the sensors are on black line. Means both are 1 and 1. And these both are 1 and 1. Then our sensor will read. Our sensor will have the third condition, fourth, 1, 2, 3, and the fourth condition. Both are 1 1. Okay. So when both are 1 1, we need to stop our robot. Okay. Forward, right, left, uh, uh, stop. Okay. So we have forward, right, left, and stop. We have four conditions which depend upon these four different conditions. That is 0 0, it means straight. 0 1, it means left. 1 0, it means right. And 1 1, it means stop. Okay, so we'll face these four conditions, and according to these four conditions we are moving our route. It's clear to everyone? Hello, is it clear now? Okay, very good. Very good. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, so that's same thing which we have done here. Okay, so what we are doing is if value 1 equals to 0 and value 2 equals to 0. Okay, when both are 0, what we will do? We will make the motor 2 forward and we will make the motor 4 forward. Okay, so we are making both the motors to run forward. Got it? Okay, the second condition is when we are getting both 1 1. When we are getting both 1 1, we are released. Released means stop. We are stop running the motors. Okay. So when we stop the running the motors, our robot will stop. Okay. So when the value is 1 and the value is 0, we are moving towards the left. Okay. Okay, it can be left or it can be right. There is two ways. You can have a left or you can have a right. Okay. If you just reverse the condition, it will reverse itself. Okay. So you have to test it which motor you have connected to which place. Okay. So we have used this forward and the release. Okay. 1 second, 1 second. Let me complete this code, then I will enter. Okay, and the second one we have 0 and 1. Okay. So 1 0, then 0 and 1, and we are moving towards the left. This is right, this is left, this is forward, this is stop. Okay. So in this way, our whole program works. It's very easy concept. Okay, so someone has doubt. Yeah, raise your hand. The person which have doubt. Okay. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, that afmotor.h, how we will download that?
Okay, that afmotor.h. This is a header file. You need to find out on net. Okay, so it is available there. So I will send the link. Okay, so I will send you the link to what AF total. AF motor sheet. Motor sheet. You so which is type like this. Okay, so you click on this. Get up link. Okay, so I will send you the link. See the process. Okay, okay, and from here, just click on here. Okay, and okay, okay, so we have this zip file. Okay, download this. Okay,
Okay,
and
sir.
save this file. Save this file. Okay, this, we are not finished yet. Okay, so when you have saved this, okay, okay, so you will get somewhere in the download section. Okay, just click on it. You will get in the download. Okay, see the path. Okay, this is the path you are going to see. User, and my name is there. In your PC, there is your name. Okay, then we have downloads. Okay, in that download we have this field. Okay, so now after that you need to go inside your Arduino and you need to have this. Okay, so you will
Sir,
click
we
on sketch.
that file.
Sketch up. Hello,
Sir, we need to
hello.
download that ID.
Yeah, yeah. You need to download this Arduino IDE. Okay, and
Okay,
after that you need to download that library and you need to add the zip library. Okay, follow my instruction what I'm talking about. Okay, and you will select the path. Okay, so we have this motor. Okay, you need to select the part and you need to open it. Okay, when you do that, your header file start working. Got it?
okay, sir.
Clear now? Clear
Yes,
now? How what you will do? You
yes.
will go to the. I will share the link with you once again. So you don't need to. Okay, okay, okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just copying this list link. Okay. So just you need what you need to do is you need to click on this link or yeah, ma'am. Okay, so this is going to end. Okay, so I'm sharing the code with you guys. See the code and do that thing. Okay, I think everyone understood the code, and I'm just sharing the code with you. Okay, so you need header files and all that. Okay, code is perfect, but if you don't have the header file, you will this code will throw an error. Yes. Okay, so I have sent